Best protein bar I've ever had in my life. Not even close. Not even
Yeah.
close.
Yes, dude, those are fucking good.
Like Katrina
Um,
put me on because she got one and was like, "Yo, these are bomb." And then I was like, "All right, I'll try it." I was like, "Oh,
dude,
like it tastes
it's
better than like regular candy bars." You know what I mean?
I don't know about all that, but
No, no. This one does.
but
The one Reese's tastes better than like that's Three Musketeers.
oh, I thought you were going 1-to-1.
Oh,
Like
oh
Reese, I was like,
no.
I don't know about that wild take.
No. It's like better than like a mid-level,
Mm.
a mid-tier candy. I'll take these.
Yeah, yeah. An underrated candy. I don't know if we've talked about this. Was Kit Kats. Maybe we have talked about this.
Ooh, I can't remember. Katrina loves Kit Kats, so I have them pretty often.
Yeah, I had one like at Halloween, and I was like, I feel like they don't get talked about enough. You know?
Yeah, I feel like they don't get talked about enough because it's not really. It's really just a wafer. But I say that because you can buy like wafers in different forms.
Sure.
So you might not think to get a Kit Kat if you're a wafer fan or something.
I get that. How much thought do you think they put into like the shape of candies, like before it goes out?
Ooh.
Like,
Um.
cause you know the Kit Kats have like the little like thicker bottom. Like,
Yeah, they're
did someone just
perfect.
look at like a gold bar and was like, we should do this out of chocolate, but like, let's put a little crunchy wafer in there too. And now it's
No, I feel like the shape with those definitely has something to do with them because I like to eat them like a carrot. Yeah,
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, because like the Reese's are also have a wild shape,
Mm-hmm.
but then for like a Snickers and stuff, I feel like a lot of them are that kind of generic curvy shape. You know what I mean? Like just
Yeah.
log type thing.
Do you think, cause like right on a Snickers, doesn't it have like a little bit of like some swirling on top?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you
It
think
feels
that
like
just
they like dripped it on top or something.
yeah? Do you think that just happened in the manufacturing process, and they're like, this works, or was it like thought out? Like, how do we finish the top of this?
Oh, I want to say manufacturing, but you never know. Like everything is so down to a science.
I know. I feel like it was a happy accident that they're like, we need to recreate this, you know,
Yeah.
and make this like the top. Yeah. Anyways, enough of the candy talk.
Yeah. How was the weekend?
Really good weekend. My parents came in to town on Thursday, so they got in on Thursday, hung out. We did a little Christmas with them because I'm not going back to Iowa City.
Mm.
Uh, Ash and the kids are gonna go back after Christmas. I think like the 26th or 7th
Oh
for a
yeah.
couple days,
Huh.
and then I'll stay here, trying to close up the business for a week from Christmas to New Year's. So I've always wanted to do that. Like when I was working somewhere else, it's like
Mm-hmm.
especially in our industry because so many of the contractors I work with like take that week off too,
Oh yeah.
or they'll do like this year like the whole week of Christmas is they just shut all their crews off and they're not doing any work. Um, so I always want to take advantage of that. So trying to do that this year. I'll still work some, but at least like more of like business stuff, catch up on some stuff around the house, do some home projects. Um, but anyways, yeah. So they came out. It was good. We just hung out. You know, once we had kids, they stopped coming out. Like they still like seeing us, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but it's definitely much more to hang out with the grandkids.
Oh yeah.
and the kids love them. Like my mom and Frankie will craft. They do all sorts of crafts and activities like all weekend long. Marshall and my dad just play sports, cars, run around. So
That's
it's good.
awesome.
They have a lot of fun. Me and Ash try to take advantage of it too. Having some free babysitters.
Oh, yep, yeah, you should.
Yeah, yeah. So Saturday was good. Saturday, actually, me and my dad, because I bought two guns this month, like
Oh,
ago. Yep, I got uh, I got a smaller handgun that's meant for like more concealed carry,
mm,
and then I got a AR-15, a Sig Tread 400 or 400 tread, just for kind of fun, just to have a little fun gun.
yeah,
And so me and my dad, he brought a couple of his guns, and we went to the range up here and went shooting. It's kind of pricey, but like their facility was nice. Like
mm-hmm.
they have like a big, it's all indoor. They have a big like 25-yard range, and then they have a 50-yard range, and then they also have a 100-yard range
Oh,
in
yeah.
there. So, and then they have like you can rent. They have an old, I think it's called a Gatling gun. It's
Oh,
like one of those on like a tripod with like four. It's just a tube with like
yeah.
four openings, and you just like go like this, and it just fires off. So one of these days I'll have to rent that. It'd be fun, and you can rent like a couple fully automatic guns too, and just go crazy. But dude, this guy next to us, I don't know what the fuck he had, but the first time he fired it, and like you've got like headphones on or whatever,
hmm
and when he fired it, I felt it like in my chest,
Oh,
like
yeah.
I felt like my heart stopped. I was like, took your breath away. I was like, what the fuck are you shooting over there, dude? And it wasn't even like a big gun. It was crazy powerful, super loud. Um, but that was a lot of fun. And then Sunday, it was one of our friends' birthdays, and his father-in-law got him 6 tickets to the Broncos game. So
Nice.
we went down to the Broncos game, and that was a great time.
Dude, that's what's
Dude,
up.
we parked in Arvada and took the light rail in.
Oh, yeah.
The light rails never fail, dude. I I love people watching on the light rails. There was this guy having, so first of all, there was this big black security guard that was in there. And he was like posted up the whole time, but we walked past him, sat down, and he came by and asked us for the tickets. Well, my buddy's wife, like, he startled her, and she was like, "Oh my god, you scared me." And he's like, "Of course." Big black guy comes up and scares the little white lady. It was funny. But then this guy came on, and he had an interesting outfit on, but like he wasn't homeless, and he didn't look like super tweakered out,
uh-huh.
but he was just sitting there, and like every couple minutes would just hand in his head in his lap, just like just screaming on the train. And he's like 2 rows next to us, and the security guard looks at us and goes, "This fucking guy." Walks over and he's like, "Hey, are you doing all right?" And he's like, didn't respond. He's like, "What's all the yelling about?" Guy's like, "I'm just mad." He goes, "Oh, can you like keep that to yourself though?" You know, it's just
Yeah,
like trying to be nice. It's like this guy's just spazzing out. So, anyways, that was interesting. Game was super good. There was probably like 7 interceptions, I think. Like no team wanted to win that game.
who
They
they
played the
play again?
Colts. The Colts.
Oh,
Anthony Richardson is not very good, but he is a freak athlete. Like there was several times where like they should have had him sacked, and he's just like easily just shaking guys off him.
oh
It's
yeah.
crazy. Yeah, you don't realize like you knew he was big and athletic, but and we had really good seats. We were like 20 rows up, I think it was.
Ooh, yeah.
And so when they're down, like I think we were on like the goal line or the 5-yard line, And when they're down there, it's like he's massive.
Oh
Like
yeah.
he's put together. So, but yeah, it was a really fun game. Um, Weather wasn't too bad, but yeah, so it was a good weekend. No complaints.
And what did the our gun ranges like social?
Um, I
Or
mean, it's so loud that it's not that social,
oh
but
yeah.
like, so you can buy like earplugs, right, where it just
Mhm.
cancels out like most of the noise. But now they have like different tiers of like electronic headphones. And so it kind of works like your AirPods would or something, where like when
Oh
you start
yeah.
talking, it like muffles the sound. So like it amplifies people talking, but as
Mhm.
soon as there's a loud sound, it just like shuts them down. So
Oh
like yeah, so like me and my dad rented one single lane. It's probably like I don't know, a person and a half wide. So it's like
yeah.
tight. You're not in there like super comfortable. But yeah, you're just talking, hanging out, loading guns, talking about them, hoping everything like you don't get any jams or anything like that. So it's fun. And you get people in there, like the range itself, like when you're in there shooting and you're paying for time, so people aren't really like fucking around.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but outside of that, like they have like a little shop area and like some seating areas and, guys just like hang out and are talking guns.
Uh,
There's, there was a lot of couples in there.
oh yeah.
Um, and then there were some guys that were doing uh, like training. It seemed like with some people,
Oh yeah.
and there was like a 12-year-old kid that was in there with his dad learning how to shoot like a 22 hunting rifle, like a
Oh.
smaller rifle. So it was kind of cool. You had like a whole range of assortment. You had guys that are all like they look like ex-military guys. They got all kinds of like gear and setup and stuff. And then you got
Oh
novices like us walking in like sneakers and whatever, just
yeah. Yeah.
whole assortment of people. But everybody's super nice there, and like they help you out with technique because there's a lot of old guys. So you probably have like I think there was like 18 bays in this one,
Mhm.
and you have some younger guys, but then some older guys that are basically like security, right? Like they're all armed, they're in there,
Oh
they're
yeah.
helping like sweep up and clean up. They're making sure everybody's following the rules. Um, but like they'll notice like if you're having trouble with your gun, like they'll help you with it.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't
Or yeah, or like if you're in there and you're like they're like, "Hey, can you just like give me a few pointers like on my stance or like I keep shooting this low and left and I'm not sure why." Like a lot of the guys will help you out. So it's like a pretty like social like friendly environment.
know. That's
It's
cool.
not like like nobody's really judgmental or super like what you would think of as like a gun range type place, right?
Yeah. Uh,
So
yeah,
at
that's
least
cool.
at this one. So
And your AR 15, that's like a like it looks like a machine gun, right? Per se.
yeah, yeah. So like only the military has access to fully automatic. So like nowhere in the country sells fully automatic,
Uh huh.
but it's basically like the same gun. So yeah, it looks like it's like an assault rifle, right? AR assault rifle. And but you still have to pull the trigger like you would on like a handgun.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I just
You know what I mean?
googled it. It's nasty. That looks so sick.
Yeah. Yeah, it's dope. I love it.
Are are you gonna get like the laser sight and the scope and?
I've got a red dot right now, but it doesn't have like magnification on it. Like that's like another tier up. So once I start shooting more, I probably will for like longer distances. But I think I hit the target a couple times at 50 yards. Not like a bullseye, but I hit the square piece of paper we were shooting at. So I was happy with that first time out.
So with that are you just like like pop 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 pop.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you could basically shoot it as fast as you can pull the trigger,
Oh, okay,
but like with a fully automatic, you just like
yeah, yeah.
pull the trigger, it just keeps going.
Yeah, that's wild.
And like the gun ranges here, like if you want to do like let's say you're doing a pistol, like if you want to do like draws and practice that in shooting, like you have to get pre-approval from them. And like they're just not going to let anybody kind of go out there and do that. And you can, if you're kind of reckless and doing that like crazy shooting and you're not
Yeah.
talking to them, like they'll be like, "Hey, tone it down a little bit,"
Oh yeah,
you know?
yeah. You can't do like a tuck and roll and like create some.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's a little bit. They have a little bit more boundaries on it, but yeah, that's basically it. You can just stand there and just you keep pulling the trigger and it'll go. The problem is, like I think in Iowa, you can do. Iowa might have 30 round magazines, but in Colorado you can only go up to 15.
Mm.
So you can only have 15 rounds per magazine on any gun. I think California is 10,
Oh
and
yeah.
so it's like you're kind of limited to your amount of rounds, which
Hmm.
doesn't really make sense. It's weird. They have that, but like if you want to get your concealed carry permit,
Yeah.
you don't even have to pass like a shooting test. You just have to take a course that's like, yeah, I know how to work my gun and I listen to like your safety spiel.
Yeah, that's great.
Which to me, I'm like, even the gun guys when I was at Shields were like, there's all these like you have to buy your guns and then you have to wait 3 days before you can pick them up,
Oh yeah,
which is stupid, but like, okay, I get it. You know, they don't want people making a rash purchase and then going out and shooting somebody, I guess, you know.
yeah.
Uh, but even those guys who are super like don't make any laws around guns, we should be able to do what we want within
Yeah.
reason. They're like, it doesn't really make sense that you can get a concealed permit and not have to show that you're capable of shooting your weapon.
Yeah, yeah, that seems fair. Like that's like,
Yeah, even they're like, yeah, that seems like something that should be implemented. So
yeah,
we'll
that's,
see. So I'm taking my class in January just to have it, but I don't really
oh
plan on. I don't really care to. I'm not gonna carry it on me every day, like on my fucking waistband.
no, yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to do that, but just to be able to, if I ever need to or want to, have that.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah.
So
No,
yeah,
that's fair. Yeah, yeah. The gun topic is such an interesting. It's really one of the only like political topics that it's almost fun to like. I get it's almost fun to argue because both sides get have good points, and to me, it's like it's not like too polarizing to talk about, if that makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah. You can see both sides objectively, and then you kind of just argue the other side just to have fun with the person.
Yeah, 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 like the fact you can get a gun without training is weird, but like it's less strict than like the driver's license in a way.
Yeah, it's so like you've got to do like I had to do a background check for my purse to buy them to purchase the guns, and then at the range I had to do like a background check. And if you have like any criminal history, it's like you can't do this.
Oh,
But then there's a lot of check boxes like, are you buying this for someone else to use? Are you buying this for to do cause harm to somebody else? Like there's a lot of like, why the fuck would you check yes on any of that? You know? It's like it was like you've got this checklist of things that's like, if I want to buy a gun, I know this is gonna like I'm not gonna be able to if I check yes, so I'm gonna check no. And then as long as your background check comes through, it's like, okay, you're good. Now you just have to wait 3 days, and then you can go pick it up and
Yeah.
have fun.
Is the background check a new thing or no?
No, like I bought my shotgun at Shields in Iowa, and like probably freshman year of college, and I had to do a background check. Like that's anytime you do a gun purchase
Oh
for a long
yeah.
time, you've had to do one. But get this, in order to buy a silencer for your gun, it's even more extensive. Like you have to do like fingerprints and all that kind of stuff. And like a photo. So like you at the store, you have they take your photo and you have to do like fingerprint identification and stuff. I don't know if it's because it's like quieter or something. Like I don't understand
Well,
why.
what are your thoughts? And you're breaking up a little bit. Say
Am I? You got me back?
yeah, yeah, just a smidge, but it's not like bad. But I think we're good.
Okay. Did you get the
Yeah,
before
but
part?
yeah, yeah. I heard everything. It was just kind of delayed.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, I'd say I I come from like a movie and video game background. If someone said they bought a silencer, I would be like, why did like I'd be like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like
There,
the only reason I know a silencer is useful is for like silent kills.
yeah, there's probably somebody who would argue like hunting or something like that. Um, I do know a couple guys that like they have property, but they're not like on 100 acres out in the middle of nowhere. Like they still have neighbors, right? But you have plenty of space to
Oh yeah,
shoot
yeah,
in the
yeah.
backyard. And they're like, our neighbors get pissed off when we're just shooting guns in the backyard, like all day, every day, right? So it would tone down some of that noise. You know what I mean? Outside of that, I really don't
No,
know.
no, no, that's a great point because I didn't think of that. I go straight to pistols.
Yeah.
That you know in the movies we're just like, psh, psh, psh,
Oh yeah.
psh. But like
Yeah.
I
Nope.
even think of like oh yeah, but I didn't even think of like oh yeah for like hunting or just if you had property for like your rifles or whatever.
Right. Yeah. I don't know too much about that world, but I just found it interesting, and that's probably why they require more identification with that because your applications are a little bit more limited. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's cool. I learned a lot about the process and kind of the community around it is like everybody's like, yeah, these are fun, and some of them do have practical applications for like hunting and whatever and self
Hmm.
defense. But almost every like gun enthusiast is like you if you buy one you should know how what you're doing with it, right? Like it's a responsibility. That's how most of the guys think about it is like it's fun, we like to have fun, but if you're going to buy one you need to know what you're doing, you need to be responsible, you need to be safe with it, like because all the people that don't or are irresponsible or whatever just make the whole community look bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I've always that's how I think of like a gun owner. Like every gun owner that I know is very responsible with it, and it seems like there are like oh yeah like we like to do this, but you should know what you're doing, and then it seems like it's the people who get legally or whatever that it just gets roped into this weird thing when people are like, oh, well, gun owners just want to do this because blah blah blah. Or
Yeah. I mean, the background check basically weeds out people with like a history of violence, and but if somebody is wanting to get a gun to do harm to others, they'll get one. It's not that hard. You know what I mean?
yeah, because aren't most crimes done with like stolen ones and shit?
Yeah, like the serial numbers are all like filed down and off. Like it's yeah,
Yeah, like it's not like
it's
just
all black money.
hunted and shit. Yeah, it's just like so totally but I'm really not. No, but I'm definitely pro gun. But just like with most people, just know what you're doing and don't be insane. But the thought of having no guns, like, oh no, we can't have guns because then blah blah blah, like they'll get into the streets or. But then, like, if you don't have guns, responsible gun owners won't have guns, and criminals will still find a way to get guns, and
Yeah,
then you got a real mess.
yeah, yeah. That's the problem. You're not gonna solve. You're not gonna solve the issue of like all these shootings and murders, gang violence, and all this other stuff that happens. Like those aren't people that just walked into Shields and bought a gun that are doing that. You know, and
Yeah.
I'm sure there's tons of like bad like gun shops, right? Where they
Hmm.
do a bunch of illegal under the table deals and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, get rid of those guys. But
Yeah. Hmm.
they took our
And
gun.
that's true with like dispensaries and like that whole thing too. There's always some shady shit.
Oh, all the time. And if it's illegal, it almost gets worse.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It
Hmm.
and then I always come down to like the alcohol thing. It's
Oh. Yeah,
like
that's an old.
even when you talk
the,
like okay, save the gun argument, but when you're talking about like weed and it's not legal and it's like okay, but alcohol is, and I'm pretty sure one is a lot more dangerous than the other in almost every instance.
yeah. No health benefits make you like wild and lose your inhibitions. It's just.
Yeah. Whatever. So how was your weekend?
That good. I do have one more question. Like, does it feel over the top having an AR-15?
No.
No, fair. Like it's awesome. Like I'm like, oh, that's sick. But
But I'm not like I mean you can hunt with it, like smaller game and stuff. But it was just like it's just a fun gun for me. Like you can use
the,
it for home defense and stuff, but like if someone's breaking into my house, I don't think I'm reaching for my AR-15 first. you know? So
yeah,
it's
and
yeah. It was just a
yeah,
fun purchase, you know, cuz
no, I love it.
you can shoot them up to like 3, 4, 500 yards if you get the right scope and like practice. So, I
Yeah.
think like really like military guys use them and they can shoot them up to like 800 yards. And so you
Ooh.
don't have to get like a long range like sniper rifle to like do longer range shooting, which I think would be fun to like work up to.
Yeah. And so with an AR-15, with it, so just with like the feel and the vibe, there must be a huge difference between like a semi-automatic and a fully automatic, even if it's
Oh,
the same gun.
oh yeah. Yeah.
Cause like to me, I hear that you got get an AR-15. It's like you have a machine gun just
Yeah,
chilling.
that's not it. That's not it at all. Like
Right.
most, like if you're basically your shooting speed is essentially the same as like a pistol. You just the
Mm-hmm.
longer it's a different bullet, but like the longer barrel helps you shoot straighter at a further distance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So then
Is
you can
really
hold it. So it's got
right,
two.
right.
Yeah.
So
That.
it's like it's a better weapon because it's more precise and all of that. But yeah, you're not just like it's not a Tommy gun, you
But
know,
yeah, yeah.
which
But
is what
yeah.
people think they are.
Yeah. Like damn, AR-15. Like that's intense.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's not like that. That would be fucking sweet
Okay.
though.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why like you should know stuff before you're like you need to ban guns and stuff. Like I don't know. Like I just learned that. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah, yeah.
interesting.
No, for sure. I learned a lot as I was like researching stuff and just
Mm-hmm.
watching videos. And for me, it's kind of I thought about instead of going the gun route, I thought about getting uh, a bow. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and to me, it's kind of like a calming. I know it sounds weird to say like guns are calming, but
Yeah,
it's that
that's
like
fair.
mental focus where like you have to be paying attention, you have to be
Mm-hmm.
like in the moment. And so for me it's a nice break for that,
Oh
and
yeah.
it's just like a skill I want to keep getting better at, you know.
Yeah.
I hope I never have to use it in a self-defense situation, but it's kind of fun to build the skills for that and to know
Mm-hmm.
that like I could if I had to for whatever
Mm-hmm.
reason.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 100%.
And the other reason, because my dad asked me that, he's like, "So why are you buying guns all of a sudden?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, you always have like the self defense, home protection side of it, but a lot of it too is like most of my clients and contractors, they're into guns, hunting, golf, and drinking. And it's like if they want to take me on like a hunting trip, I want to be competent and comfortable enough to be like, yeah, I'll go, and not like I've never shot
Oh,
anything like this before. You
yeah.
know what I mean? It's kind of like
Uh-huh.
my golf game. I always want my golf game to be good enough to where I can go out with anybody and not feel like a jabroni. You know, like I'm holding my
That
own.
that's really yeah. That's smart, and I've never thought about that. And I just oh shit, I suck at golf. Like I go like oh I've never
Yeah,
even like so golf like what?
yeah. I'll ride in the cart.
Yeah, that's interesting. All right, cool. Yeah, yeah. Just got some gun info there. That's tight.
Yeah.
My weekend was good. There was the ice storm, so didn't do a ton. We
Oof.
got a new bed,
Oh, what'd you get?
the king size. Just
Nice.
don't know the brand. Katrina got everything. I carried up the stairs. So that's all I did to help.
There
And
you go.
then so that was nice.
Did you guys
Saturday morning it was huh?
did you guys have a queen size before?
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking cuddly, huh? King size
Oh,
is so
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, it's like last night we were like we woke up and we're like, oh hey, like I can't even see you. Like, there was
uh,
times like I would reach over to get my water, then I was like, damn, I gotta like crawl, crawl and shit. It's it's nice though. It's so nice.
yeah, I remember that when we finally upgraded to a king, and it is. It's like you put your arms out, and it's like, oh, we can barely hold hands laying on the side of the bed. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's just nice to have because we cuddle pretty much at some point every night during the night, but then we'll
Yeah,
just like roll off to a point. So she hooked that up. Leon was getting stir crazy, so I took him to the museum,
Nice.
and
That seemed cool.
oh yeah, and it was slow because of the storm, so we kind of had a free run of the place,
Nice.
and came back. What did we do? Oh, and he went to my mom and dad's house for a little bit.
Nice.
So that was on Sunday. Oh, then Saturday we just chilled at the house. Sunday we dropped off from my mom and dad's house, and then we went to the rec center downtown, the
Oh, nice.
university ones, because Trina had their points, and that place is so crazy. It's so nice.
Yeah.
It's just so nice. Like I would go there more, but it's not that it's close, and the hours and stuff it just doesn't work out. But
Yeah.
damn, the place is awesome.
That's awesome.
So did that. Then me and Blair had our first interview podcast thing with one of his friends, which went well and was really fun.
Yeah.
hmm
Is it a? Are you guys doing like? How long is it?
we were planning on like half hour to whatever, and it went for an hour and 15.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah, yeah, and it was our first one as I just said, but I feel like it went smooth, and we had fun, which was nice, and there were things that were just like interesting to hear because I listened back,
Yeah.
and Dan in like the medical sales field,
Sure.
so more medical than sales, but he does like some team building and things too. So we
Nice.
talked about like leadership skills, and then just kind of why he got into it. But it was a
That's
good
cool.
time. Yeah.
Did you guys do a lot of prep work for it? Like, did you have your list of questions, or was it kind of rough, know the background, and then let's just get after it?
I had a few questions, and I think I only asked him like one. I asked what's his favorite movie towards the end, and we got into that.
Nice.
But he was a good interview. Like he talked about himself a lot. I mean, which is a bad example, but just had like good stories about just like why he got into the medical field, and why he's just kind of a go to person for people to leaning on and stuff. So,
That's
and
awesome.
broke down some medical procedures, which was tight too. But it was good, and it was
Yeah.
fun just to get one thing actually done in that
Yeah.
uh, goal too. So that was nice.
Yeah. I mean, your comment on him talking about himself, like but that's what they're on there for, right? And
Yeah.
so it sounds bad saying that, but if you bring on a guest that can't tell their stories or give insight, it's not going to be a good interview.
Right, yeah. I feel like I just said that like in a dumb way. Like he talked about himself, like yeah, like no shit. But he was just like really just comfortable and funny. So it was a good
Yeah.
time.
Nice. That's awesome. Look
Right,
at you
and
guys.
he's huh?
Look at you guys up and rolling.
Yeah. Then he's pumped too because he wants to do his journalism stuff. So he finally got a project done and started.
Nice.
Yeah. So it felt good to get that up and running.
You guys got another guest lined up?
Um, no. We talked to Sean. He's inish, I think, but like, yeah. I think he then. He said he then,
Yeah.
but we'll see. And then we wanted to talk to you at some point too,
Yeah, I'd love to
and
come on.
then yeah, and then we'll just keep going from there. So I'm gonna talk to Tyler about Estella's,
Yep.
Katrina. So I want to interview her sometimes when she's in her office. I feel like would be a cool
Oh,
background
sure.
to you.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's the next moves.
Sweet. Sweet.
Right. And then yeah, been doing just some more stuff too with our podcast on socials. Just starting to do more YouTube shorts, and then going to repost everything on TikTok, and not focus more on TikTok, but use TikTok first, and then repost things on Instagram. Just because
Mm.
it's just you get so much more engagement. It's crazy.
Do you really? Is it
Yeah.
more is it more through TikTok, or is it like because it came from TikTok, it gets more on Instagram?
Oh, I mean, you don't get you just get more views on TikTok as a platform in general.
Yeah.
Just
So
with the way I know.
are they gonna ban TikTok?
I don't
Don't
know.
know.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. But
So,
in the meantime, I'm gonna use it to be like, hey, and then here's our IG page and our YouTube and YouTube
yeah.
Shorts and that.
Are we're not up on like Spotify and Apple Podcasts yet, are we?
We're up on Spotify. Oh, I think 12 episodes.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, a decent amount. But yeah,
Nice.
we'll have those all up. And then need to do Apple too. 13 are up on Spotify. So two
Okay.
more
Perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
How's that process like uploading to the different platforms?
Oh, it's really. I mean, it's really easy. It's basically just I'll open the YouTube, that then just copy and paste over the text into the Spotify info because it's the same. At some point, if I do find that the text the text will make a difference on YouTube compared to Spotify, I'll write a new like bio in the episodes, but I don't think it would make a difference because it's just a description.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, but the longest part is just waiting for the video to upload.
Mm. Yeah.
So it's really nice to do like just in the middle of the day or whenever.
Yeah. I
But
see you're still loving that MacBook.
oh yeah, yeah, thing rules. Apple's got the right idea.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm getting a new phone soon too.
Ooh. New
Yeah.
iPhone?
Yep. iPhone 16 Pro, baby.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So what have they done on that one? That's
All
like
so I have the 10 right now.
sheesh.
So I know what they've done on like the 13, which I liked, and now I know that it has the AI and the camera at this point is just insane. Like since the 14, so I really don't even know. I was like, whatever it has is going to be insane compared to this phone, which I still love.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Dude, that's crazy you still have the 10.
yeah, so it's gonna be clutch for like making videos with like the cinematic mode and now and stuff.
Yep.
Like I'm pumped.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, cool. Did you want to get into goals for next year, or do you want to do a shorter episode this time and we can, I guess, how you want to go?
Oh, because I know we talked about goals a little bit last episode, but I think with more personal goals than just talking about momentum. I don't know if it was specific.
Right.
Um, did we talk about podcast goals at all?
I don't think we've done podcast goals at all,
Okay.
um, and really put anything there. Yeah, my only thought was if we wanted to get into like from the goals for next year, more of like an action items, like more specifics, with it,
That's what I was.
right? It's like, oh, I want to focus on like my fitness, but like, what does that look like,
Hmm.
right? And doing some of that. So we can get into that, or we can just do more of a podcast goals next week, or all of them. We could do more action items next week. We could do podcasts, like specific stuff next week too, and just do a big goals podcast.
Yeah. I don't have anything specific, but I can think of some action items now ish. So I'd be down to get into that now too.
Okay, sure.
Because the biggest thing for me is finding a way to create more just content for the podcast and distribute it more on a daily basis with some sort of like program or website that would assist that.
Yeah, I like it.
And yeah, that, and then I want to just record more of videos too and post on LinkedIn a lot. Like I want to make like some sort of video content like almost every day and upload it to LinkedIn and just other things and have it all be different types.
Nice.
Example quick is like the video about talking about how the Vine or Blackstone should do hot ones.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna remake that video, but in like more of a LinkedIn way. You know what I mean? Like less of like a rant and actually like talk about it.
yeah, 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 yeah. I like it.
Yeah. Um, that's really the biggest one. It's just keep doing the podcast, obviously, and now that I'm caught up with like the upload and have everything like the bases for real. Now getting it out there.
Yeah. No, I noticed that it's been like a lot quicker turnarounds. It's been good. And
Yeah.
that way it's nice if we're talking about, more relevant topics. Like
Hmm.
2 week, it's like actually out there.
Yeah. 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 100%.
Yeah, I definitely need to make a bigger push on kind of like we talked about last episode, hitting LinkedIn too, but also like Instagram and getting more like content around the projects we're working on. But just, I've been thinking about it more and more. Like every day you have like conversations within the business, and it's like, oh, I could easily make like a write up or a video on that lesson or my thoughts or opinions on this or whatever,
Hmm.
from a business related standpoint. Like even Sunday we were talking, I was talking with my buddy who's another engineer, and we just got to kind of talking about how engineers don't like to do stuff that's different.
Oh,
It's like, oh, I've never done that before. So it scares everybody and they kind of shy away from it, when it's like, don't worry about the financial side of, am I going to make money on this? But like, I could figure it out. That'd be fun. It's like that steel spiral staircase that I was like, I've never done that in my life, but I'll figure it out. Like, we'll
yeah.
figure it out. There's tools out there, and just taking on the challenges to be creative and solve problems. Like, that's in essence what we are.
Yeah.
So to say no
Secret
to
door.
kind of, yeah,
Is
to
there
say,
is that like a big thing in can engineer? Because like if I was an engineer, like that would be my thing. I would always try to like put in like a secret door or like something.
yeah, there's, I mean, it's kind of, there's constraints to it, right? Like, but that's where it's fun to get when you work with a client that has like that creativity or the budget that can allow for that fun stuff.
Hmm.
And there's engineers that'll do it, and there's some that end up like specializing in those kind of things. But a lot of it's like the bigger firms. Some of the other firms, don't want to take it on, or they're too busy and it's like we don't have time to spend to try to like figure it out, right? You get so wrapped up in get this project in, get this project done, do this. Are we making
No,
money? The financials and all this, and you kind of lose that creativity side of the engineering, which I want to always keep, right? Like, there's no project we won't take on now. Yeah, I mean, right now we're not set up to do a football stadium, but like, I want to get to the point of where, yeah, nothing's off limits. We'll figure out anything, you know?
yeah, yeah. I like that. Or you don't have to talk about this, but like, or like if you did like in like a master bedroom, you did like a fake outlet that was like a safe or some shit.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Like just
That'd
that
be
type
cool.
of yeah. But I don't know how any of that works. But yeah, I like that.
Yeah, but
How
those are
how
the fun questions to ask. Like, be
yeah, and
creative.
just like how and how most engineers just think inside the box. If that makes sense. So yeah, I like that a lot.
I mean, it's how you're kind of educated. Like when you go to school, it's a lot of like, here's the formulas, here's the applications, this is how
Oh
you do
yeah.
it. Follow the code. The code's all spelled out. Follow these steps, and you'll get the answer. And then you get out in the real world, and it's like, here's your budget. You're not working with a ton of clients that have that kind of freedom and flexibility, so you're not exposed to it a lot. You're trained on this very much more of a repetition, follow the procedure type projects, right? Like that's how your training kind of is. And then on top of that, you have liability and lawsuits. And everybody's scared that, well, if I try this and it doesn't work, right? Like they're afraid to fail and get
Oh yeah.
something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Engineers don't like to be wrong for
No, yeah.
whatever reason. And it's like that's how kind of we got our start as a profession is
Mm-hmm.
just trial and error, learning from experience, failing over and over and over again until you figure it out, right? Now you can't lose your ass on these failures, but you can't be scared to try new things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have all of those things that basically, unless you want to fight the system, you're just tailored to working in a box for your whole career.
Yeah.
You know, relying on other people, you're basically relying on other people's experience, I guess, that like just kind of guides your path instead of saying, okay, I'll take that to help my baseline understanding, but let's apply that to this new concept and see if we can figure it out.
Oh yeah.
Which, I mean, I want to start once we get to the point financially where we can, like, I want to start a R&D department within the engineering, and I want like to hire really smart engineers and creative outside the box thinkers that can have fun and explore new projects, new products, like advance our industry, advance different applications, make improvements to existing procedures. Not like, well, this is the way it's always been done, so that's how we're going to keep doing it. I think that side would be super fulfilling and fun to have. And maybe it never makes any money. I don't know.
Oh yeah. I like that a lot.
But it would be fun. So that's kind of my long term goal is to have an R&D department within our engineering firm.
That's tight. Yeah, and yeah, and just going back to you thinking about content, just going on LinkedIn and just talking about like fun ideas you thought of or different things. I feel like is a big one.
Yeah,
Dude, like
yeah,
I
for
feel
sure.
like it's so much there. In one sec, I'm just gonna look up a text I sent to myself quick because it
Sure.
was. Where did it go here? Yeah, I text myself this quote sometimes. Oh yeah, like there was one thing where it's like if you don't know what to make your what to have your focus, just think of value or what you like, and if
Yeah,
you're providing those two, then you're good to go. And then it platforms and culture. Just want to talk to just marketing in general. Yeah, and then just yeah, just talk about what you see or through observations and ideas. I feel like is underrated and could be fun.
yeah. A lot. I mean, it's hard because that's not like with my friends and like people I know. I have no problem sharing my opinions. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I think that's what this podcast is kind of helping me get over too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if I post this on social, it's like, right? You had a little comment about that, like, I'm not gonna post that, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's like, who cares, right?
yeah.
And that's kind of still a hurdle I need to get over. Is and it's not even that I'm worried so much about other people's judgment. I feel like I judge myself
Oh.
through, like more
Mm-hmm.
than probably anybody else would.
Mm-hmm.
Other people are probably some people are gonna say, yeah, it's stupid. Other people are gonna say, oh, that's a cool insight, or I didn't think about that, or whatever. And I'll be like, I feel like I look stupid in that video, or I sound dumb, or you know what I mean? Like, I'll be
Yeah.
harsher than probably anybody else is going to be.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and yeah. That's why I've just started to make more videos about feeling that way because I post stuff all the time, and I feel like it, and I don't care, but sometimes I feel like that too. But then I'm just like, no, like just fuck this.
One thing I've seen on some of the content around the construction, but even other things too, it's people posting their thoughts and then saying like, tell me how I'm wrong in the comments, or tell
Oh,
me your thoughts, and it
yeah,
almost encourages that, like, I'm not saying that I'm right,
yeah,
like, let's
yeah,
start a
yeah.
conversation, which
Okay.
I think is a good way to combat that.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. That's why I like just starting a video if just being like, I think this is a good idea, or I was thinking about this. Just you know
Yeah,
what I mean? It's just a thought,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
just going off,
yep.
and it's just engaging too, and it's just a fun way to feel relaxed. Like, man, I was thinking about a commercial. I feel like it's good, and then just
Yeah,
go. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. Thinking of commercials, did you see Adidas just released one that was generated all by AI?
No.
Yeah, it's decent. It's decent
Okay.
little commercial. Yeah.
Does it say that it's generated by AI or
Uh, I don't know if it does in the commercial or not, but
okay?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, like, if everybody's trying to get into the AI game.
I'm just like imagining it. Like, is it clearly like an AI? I would have to see the commercial. You know what I
It's
mean?
it clearly looks like AI. Like, it looks like one of those that's almost like, in Chat GPT you can plug in and generate an image,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like you can tell it's a little bit like cartoony. It's not super
Oh yeah.
realistic. That's what they did, but in video form.
Oh okay. Okay. Cool. I'll just check that out.
Yeah. So it's kind of interesting. So, yeah, I mean, I think I want to talk more about some of my like more specific goals, but I think we can save that for next week.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm just gonna write that down too, and I'm gonna write that down some specific goals as well.
And you know what
Specific.
I was this isn't necessarily a goal, but what I was thinking about with our podcast And I was thinking about your comment last week on, do we tailor this one more towards my business? And I was like, well, we could do that, or we could do some segments where if you had like questions around business or like how my business is going or scaling up, hiring people, dealing with problems, challenges, or whatever. Like if you wanted to kind of take more of an interviewer role in it, like we
Yeah.
could do some of those kind of segments too, which I think would be kind of cool and fun.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. Yeah, yeah, and that would just be a good way. Like if we just have, there would always be like some sort of value too.
Right, right.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
my thought process. And then like I'm sure I'll have shit related to like social media content, marketing, all that kind of stuff too, that like role reverse, like, hey, I have this question or I'm having this problem or I've been thinking about this. How should I approach these steps?
No. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yes. We got right now. I got specific goals for next week. And then I'm sure some other stuff will come up as well. But
Yeah, for sure.
hell
We
yeah.
could do we could do like a year end wrap up and maybe like I don't know. I never seem to have time to do like a ton of research on like a top 5 list or whatever.
Oh
Yeah, if we
yeah.
wanted to do something fun with like the top 5 whatever events of the year or something like that. Or
Ooh, that
not. I
should
don't
be.
care. But like
Yeah,
we could.
I like the top five idea. Yeah, I'm gonna write that down too.
Sweet.
All right, cool. So, what you want the rest of the night?
I need to get some red lines to the drafter for an architectural plan we're working on. So that's why I'm drinking an energy drink because I got a few more hours probably ahead of me. But that kind of goes into some of my specific goals for next week is like being a little bit more diligent or time management stuff, I guess. Scheduling things out properly so that I can actually get consistent sleep, you know?
Oh, yep.
So trying to focus on sleep and health and wellness and all that other good
Hell yeah.
stuff.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm gonna
So yeah,
start.
that's about it.
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna get some more of our podcasts uploaded. Ideally, all of them, depending on how long they take. But I think I should be able to get them all done. Some laundry up there, and then start creating some socials. So actually, no. Start doing our TikTok and that stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've been happy with it, man. You're doing a good job with it. I like it.
Yeah, and it's really just to get into like the routine and a habit, just to finding ways to post stuff without it taking a bunch of time, and
Yeah.
just using my lunch break more to post stuff. So yeah, it's been going well.
Right. It's that whole you have to spend the time, like you have to work hard, spend the time when you're new to something to learn it to get to the point of where other people are spending a tenth of the time that you are, right? It's like you'll get there, but you got to go through the steps. It's
Uh-huh.
not like a plug in a button and there you go.
Right.
But no, it seems like you're making good progress though.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Well, have a good, productive night, my man.
Thanks, brother. You too.
All right. We'll talk to you soon.
Yep. Catch you next week.